Nice and easy. Ready? Swimmers, on your mark. Get set. Go! Good job.
My brother Charbel, he's 16, and he's been involved in the program for about 5 years now. He has Down syndrome, and he's my inspiration as well as my family's inspiration for everything we do. Special Olympics has been so beneficial to my brother. As a person, he's grown so much. His speech was very poor. He didn't have a lot of social interaction, and here was a program that just opened the doors for him and let him in and gave him the opportunity to make friends and to work on his speech and to work on his communication with adults and with your peers, and just a whole social world that he was never around.
You're very good at that. All right. Can I get a hug? A nice hug. Don't get me wet. Oh!
When I talk to people about it, they think that the Special Olympics happens once a year, that it's a big fun event and everybody gets a ribbon and everybody goes home happy. Well, it turns out that Special Olympics happens just about every day of the year.
We work really hard. It's really complicated, but it's really fun, and the results are amazing.
It's all part of that character development, and it's all about opening doors and getting people in the audience to say, wow, I didn't think they could do that. I had no idea they could do that.
Individuals with intellectual disabilities are, just like anybody else, and I think that's what a lot of people don't understand. It's difficult for someone with no experience to see someone who's different and get scared, but it's okay, you don't need to be afraid. They're just like you and me. They're very innocent, they're very kind and sweet, and they're people, and they need to be treated like people and respected like people. They have feelings like us, and there's a lot of similarities if you can look past the physical and sometimes mental differences that you might see.
Tell us why you're excited to be here.
Because I love playing soccer
You love playing soccer?
and kicking it into the net. This is a real microphone. And this is black like my shirt.
Yes.
And I wish so that I can sing my songs in it.
Yeah.
When you think about how this event got started, and put it in historical perspective, we're talking the late 60s when this started. This was a time of tremendous upheaval in America, and there was a tremendous fight for civil rights going on at the time. You talked about entire groups of American society that were oppressed, and I think that Special Olympics sort of falls in that civil rights category if you think about it, because most of the people that had Down syndrome or had a brain injury or born with cerebral palsy, they were put into institutions and never really allowed to reach their fulfillment, to become the full people that they could be. And what Special Olympics does is it kind of breaks that mold, and it gives people a chance to succeed at something that nobody ever dreamed that they could. And so by opening one door, you open 5 more along the way.
My brother was competing in swimming, and I was very excited for him because he had just learned the butterfly stroke, and he had been working on it for months and months, perfecting the stroke down to an art. He had it down. And he gets to the competition and he's too afraid to swim.
He freaked out. He was like, oh my God, I can't get in this water. And he was sitting off to the side. He didn't want to go in, and finally he got the courage, he went in.
And at the end of it, I was sad because he didn't win, but I realized that it was such a huge accomplishment for him because he was so afraid and he got over his fear. And that's when the whole athlete oath just made sense to me.
Do you want to say it?
Yeah.
We'll say it together.
Yeah.
Let me win.
Let me win.
But if I
No,
cannot
can't
win,
win.
let me be brave in the attempt.
And he was brave. He had the skill, but it took him so much courage to actually get in there and swim in the deep water.
It was scary, it was hard, it's not easy, but he did try, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And also, God.
You were afraid because it was like the ocean.
Yeah.
It was big,
Yeah, it was
deep,
pretty
but
bad.
you were brave.
Yeah, me. Tall.
You're strong.
Yeah. And far, also, deep. And that.
You want to show them your muscles?
Yeah.
He did it, and I was happy for him. And I learned to be patient and respect him so much for what he did.
We had to convince the families first, and now we're sort of working to convince society that yes, these people can be contributors. They can hold jobs, they can get married, they can have families, they can have dreams, they can have aspirations, if we just give them a little bit of help.
My best effort is finding my coach, because he made me feel like I can do things I usually can't do, and I accomplished what I want to do.
You know, there are times when you just get so busy with your stuff, and I look back on my years of experience with Special Olympics and just wish I had had time to do more. Because for every hour you give, you get so much more in return.
You live life and it's so easy to get selfish and caught up in everything, but being around the athletes and being able to help them really helps you take a step back and realize how much you can give and how much more you can do in life.
And I think if enough people get involved, then we can take an entire segment of society that for the most part has been oppressed and lift them up. And I can't think of anything more beneficial for the common good than that.
We know that, huh? Yeah. Oh, the camera's there? That's right. Get it on camera.
Right here.
I'm beating this up. Oh my God, look at that.